Hey guys, I'm Robert and I'd like to welcome you back to the Nürburgring. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun is just starting to shine. I'm getting ready to do some tire test laps with the M3 taxi here. And my first lap is going to be with the new set of tires. Go out, get them warmed up, get them scrubbed in. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that process and what goes through my mind. And also I want to go out and see what the track is like, get an idea of what the situation is. How much traffic is there? Is there anything left over from last night, residual condensation or anything like that? But that is the idea here, to go out and have a nice little warm-up, tire warm-up lap, and yeah, let's see what things are like out here. You always want to take your first lap of the day nice and easy, go out, be calm, and not have any expectations, if you would. That's the biggest thing that you have to do. If you come to the Nürburgring, take your time. Don't make it a one-lap wonder type of thing. Obviously, we're very lucky because we're so close, but yeah, that's my best recommendation. I normally don't wear driving gloves. I don't have a big need for it, but when I'm driving the cars with the Alcantara steering wheel, the sweat in your hands and your skin kind of rubs it worn, and there's already little lines forming from that. So I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on when I drive this car just for that reason. But yeah, let's go ahead. We've got cold new tires, so I'm going to go out. I've got traction control on right now, and the traction control is on just because I want to let things warm up. What I also do, just because it's a new tire, I am going to do most of my warm up in the braking zones, not so much in the corners. And that just goes easier on the tire and will help make it last longer. If you go immediately start scrubbing brand new tires in the corners, you could ultimately heat cycle the sidewalls with the different pressures and everything like that. So you can just kind of load it up in a couple braking zones. Brakes here just to see how our temps are coming up. I can already start to feel the tire come up. The track has a lot of temperature from the last couple sunny days, so that's nice and hard on the brakes, over braking just to try and get a little bit of heat in. Look at that, the temperatures are already coming up quite nicely. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the traction control here already. Alright, traction control is off and we can start picking up the pace a little bit. Now the thing that you're going to notice is you start with your tire pressures a little bit below ideal pressures. I'm not going to say any numbers because every car has different tires, different weights, etc. You start a little bit below your ideal pressures and then you start building them up. Once you get on track, however, and you're building up those tire pressures, about halfway through the lap they're going to be too high. Now some people will push through and they don't care, but for me I back off again at the halfway point because I don't really feel like overworking the center cup of the tire and ultimately killing my tire life. So once I start to notice the tires are going to start pushing a little bit and squirming around, that's when I'm going to back off again and just I'll keep the temperature up, and then I'll go in and I'll reduce the tire pressure to match. Now this morning there was an oil slick on the track, I was told, and it went all the way from Bearsiphon to the Stylstrecke, so I mean probably 4 kilometers or more, I haven't calculated exactly. And something I also want to talk about on this lap is being a smart driver and paying attention to your surroundings. One thing you need to learn as a driver yourself is how to look at the track and know what does it look like, what should it look like, what's going on around me. Right now I can look across the track and I see a nice even coloring. I see tire marks here on the left, I see tire marks down on the right, and I know that's normal. But if I were to see a line that is not there just from knowing the track, I know, wow, this could be oil, this could be coolant, and you really have to take it easy. Actually, it looks like the oil spill started here between Metzgesfeld and Kallenhardt. So yeah, you can see the line right there that I'm talking about on the right side. that line is going to immediately mean less traction and stay away from it. So as you can see, I'm not clipping the apexes now because I want to stay away from it. I'm actually going to brake a little and turn in early to stay away from where that guy might have crossed the track. So as I come around here, I can see that he's already dropped oil, it looks like, for 1 kilometer. Coming up soon to the 2nd kilometer of oil that he's dropped. And this brings me to this whole paying attention to detail, situational awareness thing. I'm always looking in my rearview mirror for traffic. I'm looking for smoke. I'm looking for potential coolant that's dripping. When coolant comes out of your car, you'll see like a swirl in the air, and you'll also smell it. It takes all of your senses to be a good driver, not just hand and foot. So when you're driving, you're constantly looking in the mirror, looking in the side mirrors. Do I see anything getting caught in the tailwind of the car? And that's going to keep the coolant is still, or the oil is still on the track, even here through Bergwerk. So I'm not going to hit the apex fully. See little traces of it on the right hand side still. Alright, so my tires are at optimal temperature right now. They feel really good. Yep, I can still see more coolant on the outside there, so I'm going to stay off of it. So anyhow, my tires are at optimal temperature, and this is about the point where I probably would slow down a little bit, but with the oil on the track, I'm just taking it easy anyways, so I can keep about this pace right here. Now, one thing you're going to notice, and this is really cool, is as we pass the guardrails, you're going to see orange sections painted on the end of the guardrails, okay? Since we've been on the lap, we've probably passed 20 of them. Straight ahead, there's an orange section. That orange section is a point that you can pull off the track and back behind the guardrail without any major safety concerns. If you see anything, if you have any concern where you think there might be fluids coming from my car, immediately pull over, get behind those. No lap is worth that 5 kilometer coolant spill, or oil spill. I keep calling it coolant, I'm sorry. I'll point out a couple more of these orange sections of track for you of the guardrail where you can actually dip behind and get to safety. There's one right up here as we round the next turn. So right here on the right's one, and then there's another one here on the left. Here on the left you see another one, and then right around here you're going to see another one on the right. And we've got a yellow flag. Slow it down, flip the hazards on. So it looks mainly like a technical defect, not too big of a deal, luckily. So that's not too bad. So we'll flip the hazards off. We see that there's no flashing yellow here, so we can go. Normally we want to wait until we have some kind of a sign that the danger has passed. Day on the track today. The track's really good other than that little oil slick, but if you're paying attention, you see where it's at and you can avoid it. So normally it's really just about that attention to detail and making sure that you don't get caught out. One of my favorite turns through here. You can carry so much speed, and we've got another yellow. Hazards on. Now I don't have any need to go through the carousel It's hard on the suspension, so if you're going this slow, just take it outside. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed just a little bit different look. As you can see, I was just building up tire pressure. The tires got to a point that they were pretty good, and since we had yellows and that oil line, I was able to stay off the line, and I didn't need to back off. So what I will do now is I'll go in, I'll drop my tire pressures, I'll bring those down, and then once I bring the tire pressures down, then I can go out and have a little bit more fun again. So we'll get there probably in about 5 minutes, be back on track. And then once I've set the tire pressures, in this car, you need to know your car and you need to know your tires. Once I've set my tire pressures, I can actually go out and I can lap a full tank of fuel with this car, and I don't have to adjust them again. So I'm investing one lap to just get everything where it needs to be, and then just go out and have fun. So take your time, do your tire pressures. It will make your further laps even more fun because the car is set up correctly. When you don't set up your tire pressures, the car oversteers, it understeers, it does all these things, and it just makes it to where you just don't have as much fun. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that. I guess we went a little bit more to the line of track safety as well, but I think that makes sense. Anyways, have a good one. We'll catch you guys later.